What if I told you that a small brown coin from the late 1920s could carry a story of the Great Depression, the struggles of ordinary people, and the enduring legacy of American coinage? The 1929 Lincoln wheat penny is one of those coins that many people overlook because of its humble appearance, yet it holds an incredible historical background, and for collectors it carries values that might surprise you. If you stay until the end of this video, we'll discover exactly how much these pennies can be worth on different platforms and auctions, and you will understand why a single cent can sometimes be more valuable than anyone expects. The year 1929 was one of the most important turning points in American history. It was the year of the great stock market crash that launched the country into the Great Depression. Millions of people struggled financially, and every cent truly counted. That makes the 1929 Lincoln wheat penny more than just a coin. It was a lifeline in the pockets of ordinary Americans. It bought bread, milk, and daily necessities at a time when survival was uncertain. Holding a 1929 penny today is like holding a piece of that turbulent history. The wheat penny design itself was still fairly new in 1929. It had first appeared in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Victor David Brenner designed the coin with Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and to simple wheat stalks on the reverse, symbolizing prosperity and growth. By 1929, Americans had already grown used to seeing Lincoln on their pennies, but the coin had not lost its symbolism. It was a tribute to a president remembered for guiding the country through its most difficult war, and now ironically it's circulated during one of the most difficult economic crises. When it comes to mintage, the 1929 penny was struck at two locations. The Philadelphia mint produced the largest number, while the San Francisco produced a smaller amount, with the familiar S mint mark beneath the date. There was no Denver issue that year. Philadelphia struck well over 100 million coins, while San Francisco produced fewer than 50 million. Those numbers may sound large, but when you compare them to other years of the wheat cent series, you realize that the 1929 coins are moderately scarce, especially in higher grades. Millions were worn down in circulation during the hard times of the Depression, and relatively few survived in pristine condition. For collectors, the difference between the Philadelphia and San Francisco issues is important. The plain date Philadelphia coins are easier to find and more common in most grades. The S mint mark coins are scarcer and usually command more attention, especially when found in higher mint state condition. The 1929 wheat penny is also interesting for its connection to hoarding habits of the Depression. Many people began saving coins out of fear of banks collapsing and money losing value, while silver and gold coins were saved more aggressively. Even humble copper cents, like the 1929, were put away by families who wanted security in small change. As a result, some rolls of uncirculated 1929 cents survived, but they are much rarer than other years. Finding one of those bright red gems today is a thrill for any collector. Errors add another layer of intrigue. In 1929, the minting technology was not as advanced as it is today, so mistakes happened. Collectors occasionally find pennies from that year with off-center strikes where part of Lincoln's portrait or the wheat stalks are missing. There are also examples with die cracks, repunched mint marks on the San Francisco coins, or doubled features on the lettering. These errors are not extremely common, but when they appear, they create excitement among collectors and bring higher prices. The coin's historical setting also influences its appeal. Imagine the contrast of a penny minted in the same year as the stock market crash. This little copper piece passed from hand to hand while fortunes collapsed and unemployment soared. Each coin carries the memory of that national hardship. For collectors today, the 1929 wheat penny is more than a number in a price guide. It is a tangible reminder of resilience in the face of economic disaster. As the decades passed, most 1929 pennies wore down to a smooth brown appearance. They continued to circulate through the Depression, through World War II, and well into the post-war years. By the time the design was replaced in 1959 with the Lincoln Memorial reverse, most of the 1929 pennies were already well worn or lost. That is why today collectors especially prize those examples that remain in high grade with strong detail and original red or red-brown color. The market for these coins shows how condition changes everything. A worn penny from 1929 might still be worth only a small premium above face value, but as the grade improves, the price climbs quickly. Collectors will pay much more for examples that still have sharp wheat stalks, bold lettering, and original mint luster. The San Francisco mint pennies are even more desirable, and in mint state grades, they often attract competitive bidding at auctions. Now we come to the moment you have been waiting for. How much is a 1929 wheat penny actually worth today? Prices depend heavily on grade and mint mark. A heavily worn Philadelphia example might only sell for a few cents above face value, while nicer circulated coins can bring a couple of dollars. Mint state Philadelphia coins with bright red color can sell for significantly more, sometimes in the dozens of dollars, depending on the exact grade. The San Francisco coins usually carry stronger premiums. Circulated S mint pennies can sell for a few dollars, and mint state S examples can bring well over $50 or even $100 in the higher ranges. Era coins add even more excitement, with some off-center strikes or double dice selling for hundreds. These values are not random guesses. They come from different online platforms, dealers, and auction records where collectors actively buy and sell coins today. If you own a 1929 wheat penny, you might have a piece of history worth more than you realize. To know the exact price of your coin, whether it is a Philadelphia issue or a San Francisco issue, whether it is circulated or mint state, whether it shows an era or has brilliant red luster, leave a comment with the details. Every coin tells its own story, and only by comparing it to recent auction results can you know the precise value. The 1929 wheat penny is more than just a copper cent. It is a witness to the Great Depression, a symbol of Lincoln's enduring legacy, and for collectors, it can be a small but powerful treasure.